Okay, hello again. Let's welcome to Unit 2 of our study guide. In this unit, we're actually going to talk about using the computer and managing files. Let's talk about the desktop. You know, when you switch on your computer, the first screen that comes up is actually called the desktop. The desktop of the computer is the first screen that launches when the computer starts up. Now, on that screen, there are small graphical pictures. Now, those graphical pictures are actually called icons. Icons represent softwares that are installed in our computer, or they simply represent specific functionality or specific functions of the computer. Now, the common icons that are found on our desktop, we have got my computer. My computer icon is an icon that displays the main components of the computer. Yeah, we've got the recycle bin. The recycle bin is an icon that represents a place where files or where deleted items goes once they are deleted from our computer. And from the recycle bin, we can either delete them permanently from our computer, or we can actually restore them to the place where we deleted them from. Internet Explorer is also another icon that is found on our desktop. This is when it comes to Internet Explorer is also one of the icons. The Internet Explorer is an icon that represents a software that is used to access the internet. Now, on the desktop, we also find a long bar, at the bottom of the desktop. Now, this is actually called the taskbar. Now, with the taskbar, you can actually locate or launch programs. You can actually you can have access to the start button. You can view programs that are currently running, and so on and so on. Okay, let's talk about Windows. Almost any program or almost any, if you open a program or if you open an icon on the computer, they will open in this format. Yeah. Now this format is actually called the Windows format. Yeah. What I've opened right now is actually, the picture on the screen right now is actually showing my computer icon open. And everything that you are going to open in your computer, be it the internet browser, be it your email client, anything that you are going to open in your computer will open in this format. Now, this format is actually called a window. Yeah. Now, within your window, you find these three buttons. Most of the times, you find these three buttons. This is the close button. The red X is a close button if you want to close the window. This is the maximize, the restore button. It either makes your window big, that it covers the whole screen, or it restores it to a medium-sized window. And then we've got the minimize button. The minimize button, your window is still open. It's at the taskbar. It's just that it's not visible. Okay. Now on your window, you also find the title bar. You find the menu bar. You find the toolbar. Yeah. So these are the common features that are actually found with almost every window that you open in your computer. Let's talk about files and let's talk about folders. Yeah, these are computer objects also. When we talk about files, we're actually talking about a collection of related items. A collection of related items is actually called a file. A picture is called a file. A music clip is called a file. A Word documentation, an Excel sheet, these are all called files because they've got related items within them. Okay? A folder, when you talk about a folder, we're actually talking about a computer object, yeah, that is mainly created for storage. Yeah? Folders are used for storage. Within a folder, you can store files. Like I said, a file can be anything, a picture, music, whatever. And within a folder, you can also store other folder. A folder inside another folder is actually called a subfolder. Okay? Now, our computers can actually have so many documents or so many files, you know, stored within it, up to a point where you don't even know where you have stored that file. There are so many locations on the computer, you know. You can store it under the C drive. You can store it under the F drive if you've got an F drive. You can store it under downloads. Almost, there are so many locations on the computer. Now there comes a point where you know the name of a file, but then you don't know where you stored it. Now there's actually an easier way to search for a file. Yeah, so what you do is you go to your start button. Once you click on the start button, at the bottom corner, you click on the start button, and then there will be an option called search programs and files. Just right there, you type the name of the file, and then all the names related to the names of that file would actually be appearing. Okay. Another feature that is related to files is something called file compression. When we talk about file compression, we're actually talking about a feature that allows us to compress or to reduce the size of a file so that it doesn't really have an effect on the file itself. It's just that it reduces the file. So in case you have to send that file over the internet or it's an email attachment or whatever, then it can easily go, yeah, or simply just reduce the size. So we actually call it file compression. Now file compression can be performed with with a variety of softwares, including WinZip, WinRAR, Stuffit, and so many of them. Okay. Another feature or another function that you can perform on a file is a copy, the cut, and the paste. Yeah, you can move a file from one place to another. You can make a copy and put a copy at another place. Yeah. Now, the process of you putting a copy or moving the original file is actually called paste. Yeah. When you copy something, you move it, you leave the original. To put it somewhere, we use a function called paste. When you cut something, you remove it completely from where it is, and then you put it in another location. We still use the paste function. Okay, computer resource management tools. Now, within our computer, we've got tools that allows us to manage our resources. Mainly when we talk about computer resources, we actually refer to three items. This are actually considered as the main resource of the computer. We talk about the storage devices of our computer. We speak about the processing devices, and then we speak about the memory. Yeah, the RAM, random access memory, is one of the most important resource of our computer. The RAM, the CPU, central processing unit, the one that does the processing of information, and then the storage device, mainly our hard drive where we store our information. Now we've got tools that allows us to manage these resources. One of the tools that is mainly used to manage the storage device, which is our hard drive, is a disk defragmenter. When we talk about a disk defragmenter, we're actually talking about a tool, or when we talk about defragmentation. Defragmentation is a process of consolidating fragmented data on a computer volume to improve its performance. Yeah, so basically this is a tool that arranges or rearranges the data on the computer volume and reunite data so that the computer performs effectively. So basically, disk defragmenter is a tool that allows for specific fragments of a single file to be reunited together, yeah, so that the device, the computer, can actually perform effectively. Another utility or another important tool is the backup utility. Now, a backup utility is actually a tool that is used to copy data to the storage device so that this data can actually be used in recovery in case of data loss. Now, when we talk about backup, what are the crucial or what are the important facts or factors that you need to consider before you do backup? First of all, you must know what to include in your backup, because not everything is really necessary for recovery. Yeah, so you should know what to include in your backup. Yeah, you should know how to backup files and how to backup folders. Yeah, and for you to backup something, you must have the privileges, you must have the rights to do that. Yeah, not in a working environment, in a corporate environment, not everybody can backup the data. Only administrators are given that privilege to do that. So make sure that you have the rights to do the backup. Now there are different types of backups. Yeah, we've got a normal backup. Yeah, we've got a copy backup, we've got an incremental backup, we've got a differential backup, and then we have got a daily backup.